Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second Everybody Counts virtual tours. We're really excited to have everyone tune in today, and special welcome to all of our JCPS seniors. Everybody Counts is an initiative started by Governor Beshear to guarantee every graduating senior from the class of 2022 a job or college scholarship right after you guys graduate. So really excited to have representatives today from Ford and GE Appliances on to speak to you all about jobs and have an opportunity for you all to engage with them, ask any questions you all need, and learn more about possible career opportunities after high school. We're going to kick things off today with a brief video detailing more of what Everybody Counts is, and then we're going to move and hear from our representatives from GE Appliances, have time for question and answer, and then Ford and have time for question and answer. I want to encourage all the students who are tuning in with us live, if you have any questions you want answered from either of the companies, please put those questions in the chat and we will ask those representatives live here on this call. I'm really excited to tune in today. And Autumn, if you want to cue up that first video, we will go ahead and get started.
Everybody Counts is a new partnership between Jefferson County Public Schools, Evolve 502, four of Louisville's largest employers, local leaders, and community organizations. This program aims to have every senior signed up for higher education or already placed in a good paying job.
Congratulations, JCPS seniors. You're this close to getting your high school diploma. So what's next? Well, we're here to help you with those decisions. There's a brand new initiative from the Kentucky Governor's Office and JCPS called Everybody Counts. Here's how Everybody Counts works. Every qualifying 2022 JCPS graduate will be guaranteed a job with one of Louisville's largest employers or get 2 years of free college tuition. With Everybody Counts, UPS, Ford, GE Appliances, and Kroger will hook you up with a job when you graduate and meet their qualifications. If you want more education, Evolve 502 will help you go to Jefferson Community and Technical College or Simmons College of Kentucky for free. If you want the training to go into a high demand field like IT, healthcare, or construction, Work Ready Kentucky will get you the financial assistance you need. So even if you think you know your plan after high school, check this out. Go to this website or QR code for more information, or check with your school counselor. We're here to help you plan your future and make sure that every JCPS graduate counts.
This class in JCPS is the first one, the only one, and I would say maybe the only class in the nation where the district and the community is promising them full tuition scholarship and a full-time job at one of the companies that are pillars in our community right now.
What a great video, and we are so excited to be partnered here with Everybody Counts today. As a reminder, we are only hearing from GE Appliances and Ford today, and if you come back on Thursday, we'll be hearing from Kroger and UPS. So tune back in and register for that session. I'll put that link here in the chat momentarily. We're really excited, so we're going to kick things off with GE Appliances. So Tamara and Phil, I'll turn it over to you guys.
Excellent, thank you. So my name is Tamara Cook. I am the external workforce development trainer for supply chain at GE Appliances. Today I'm joined by Phil Maskey. He started on the floor as a production employee, worked his way up into a management role, and is now part of our training team. So together we are happy to present to you the opportunities that we have for you at GE Appliances. Autumn, would you go ahead and play the video, please?
Today, GE Appliances is excited to announce a new investment in our dishwasher super site in Louisville, Kentucky.
The new product line and support areas also feature a lot of new technology. We have over 30 advanced robots that have come into the facility to support the parts and processes and have enabled us to launch a state-of-the-art product.
And we're very excited because this adds jobs, over 100 jobs in fact to this line alone, and provides more opportunities for our community. So we're also very excited because it's a new platform and a new product.
Really, the impetus behind bringing this line to life was being able to bring a long door, higher capacity dishwasher to more people in the marketplace. It has a great long form door, simple electronic controls, and amazing wash and dry performance.
This is now truly a world-class plant that will increase our capacity. And the reason why that capacity is so important is because we have more demand on our dishwashers than we've ever had before. In fact, people are using their dishwashers a lot more in this time of COVID. This $80 million investment in the dishwasher super site represents one of many in a series of investments that GE Appliances is making to become and continue to be the leader in the U.S. for major appliances.
Hello, my name is Kenny Thompson. I work in GE Appliances, AP3, Sump Line, P2, dishwashers. I get to work at 5:54 a.m. and we get off at 2:24. Sometimes it's overtime depending on what area you're in. It's 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday. I like working here in regards of the people, financial, the benefits is great. It's just the schedule kind of works with a lot of things. Management is nice. The additional benefits the first day you start, your benefits is immediately. As soon as you touch the floor, kicks in immediately. $401k eligibility, being eligible for 401, the company matches that. Other stock interests as well. I've been here a total of 5 years. So I think on this particular line, 3 years, 4 years. It is the base, the beginning of the dishwasher. You have to have these in order for it to run. So this is like the beginning, like the basic. You would need this in order for the dishwasher to run. Your motor, here's your pump, things that you need for it to get it going. I learned how to do this in training. P80, solution, kind of clockwise. Gonna clamp this. Gonna use this. All right, now look at the finish. It's clamps, you flip it over. And again, depending on what model we're in, we'll do a 2-port or a 4-port. We're in the 4 at the moment. We'll put that in there. And a lot of that determines on what model are we in. P80, clamp, B4, flip it over. 4-port. And a lot of this entails, if you see me touching this, a lot of this entails with a certain pitch, you have a certain amount of time to click the clamp. So if you don't, it'll stop the line. So when it stops the line, that's when that red light occurs. So all you have to do is touch that and the line will keep going. So to stay ahead of the curb, you would use this in the pitch that you have in the 4 feet in the range. That's when you would use this in order so the line to keep moving so you won't have to see the red bulb. In regards to training, I feel comfortable and confident because they take the time to do their due diligence to make sure you understand and learn in the process of what you're doing. First job out of high school would be great because hands-on, you get to learn, you're getting paid as you learn. In this specific field, manufacturing, if you can get this down, you can do it anywhere. And I think it'll be a great start. Not only the financial gain, but again, the camaraderie, the vibe in itself, you learn a lot of things as you go along the way. And it's super positive. And you can move up, What I mean by this, certain positions, certain jobs that you take anywhere from first, second, or third shift, you pick up another area, you can advance and make more money. I like working here because of positive, good people. Positive morale goes a long way. You're with your coworkers, build friendships. You're here longer here versus your own family. Just positive, good people. Positive, good people goes a long way when you're around somebody all the time. So it's great. It's great. Teamwork makes a dream work.
All right, thank you, Autumn. If you could go to the next slide, please. So in the video, students, you saw our dishwasher plant, but I do want to point out that we do make washers, dryers, dishwashers, and refrigerators at Appliance Park. And I want to also point out that there's no experience required. So you can have never picked up a power tool in your entire life or stepped foot in a factory or assembly plant, and we will train you. So during your orientation. Autumn, if you could go back one slide, please. So now that you've seen what it's
the company, it'll be
of our manufacturing plant, I want to talk to you a little bit about why you would choose G Appliances. So Autumn, 2 slides back, please. Yeah, you're going forward. Okay, so there's a slide that has the pay and things like that on. So I'll go ahead and speak to it while she gets that pulled up. But our pay, so we're paid weekly. On first shift, you would make $17.17 per hour. And then second and third shift make $18.67 an hour. So first shift is about 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Second is from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. approximately. And then third shift picks up from there, starting at 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. You can pick your shift. So we have the flexibility where you're able to pick your shift, first, second, or third. You can also choose to work full-time or part-time. So full-time, as you heard Kenny say, is Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, unless there's overtime. And a point about overtime would be that it's time and a half. So whatever your pay is, you would add in half of that in addition to that. So part-time hours, if you chose that, a lot of students choose that when they're going to college because it's Monday and Friday only. You come in, you work a full shift. So you're getting all of the part-time hours in, but only in 2 days a week. Right now we're doing a hiring bonus. So depending on what shift you choose, you could get a hiring bonus. So first shift is paying $1,000. Second shift is paying $1,500. And then third shift is paying $2,500. And those bonuses are processed at your 3-month mark, you get half of it. And then at the 6-month mark, you get the other half. Benefits are you're eligible for benefits day one. For full-time employees, you get medical, dental, vision, and there's so many more other benefits that we have. We have paid vacation time and other paid time off, which is important. And then we have paid holidays. So a lot of companies may not offer paid holidays. And if they do, they offer the standard ones, which amount to 6 or 8 holidays. We actually have 12 each year that you're paid for and that the factory is closed. And then if you would decide to go to school, we have tuition reimbursement. So in your student guidebooks, there's a page that talks about careers that could be for you, whether you go to school or do not go to school. And we will give you up to $6,000 per year for college, whether that's a nursing degree or whatever you decide to go and do. It does not have to be manufacturing focused. It could also be a trade school, some type of skilled trade. Autumn? Thank you. So let's hear from Nikki. This is Nikki. She's on our recruiting team. And so she worked her way up from a production role, took advantage of tuition reimbursement, and now has a salary role within our HR team recruiting for our hourly population.
I've been with the company, it'll be 10 years in April. I started off in production. I just used to sit on the line and I watched all the moving parts in the building. And I said, you know what, now's my time. The tuition reimbursement is super simple to use. You have your classes, you fill out all the information, submit your grades, and GEA pays for schooling. Once I got my associate's degree, a role popped up, which is my role now, the associate recruiter, and I went for that. I'm also a mother of 3. Life can get a little hectic, but I still come to work and give it my all.
All right. So I've been with the slide here. I just want to point out that there's several steps as part of your pre-hire screenings. And the only thing I want to point out here is that that there's Once you apply, there's a couple things that have to happen before your orientation, but it's really important that you provide an email that, one, you check and that's valid, and that you check it often, because some of these items are time sensitive. So we're also going to have a career fair, which is the next slide, Autumn. So if you can come to the career fair, which is this Saturday at Appliance Park, then you can get all of those pieces taken care of in one stop. You can start or even complete all of them. So you come in, you can apply, you can interview, you can start your medical health questionnaire, your background check, schedule your drug screen. All of those things can be taken care of this Saturday if you come to the career fair. Registration is not required, but you can take a quick screenshot of that or snap it with your cell phone. And you can register to come to the career fair. We're also going to have Chick-fil-A for lunch, and we're going to raffle off a couple of small appliances. Again, this is a great opportunity if you want to get it all taken care of in one place. It's not required that you come, but if you're 17, some of those pieces will require your parental consent. And so this is an excellent opportunity to just bring your parent or guardian with you so that they can get it all taken care of. And that way you can avoid several trips and waiting for emails and communication and things like that. However, again, it's not required that you come to the career fair. Autumn, if you could go to the next slide. This is how you could still apply, whether you come to the career fair or not. You can go ahead and click that, or scan that QR code. It's also going to be in your student guide that you received. And that's how you can apply to join our team. So we hope that we will see you at Appliance Park and maybe even at the career fair this Saturday from 10 to 2. Autumn, one more slide. And my phone number and information is in the chat, but this is a team of our recruitment team, and they are also available to help you anytime. And again, that's the QR code so that you can apply. And with that, Zach, we are open for some Q&A.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for a great presentation and really exciting information. Again, I know I emphasized this last week, but just for the free Chick-fil-A alone, that's worth it to come out there on Saturday and learn about jobs and get some good food. So for students and teachers tuning in, I have some questions that I've prepared, but if you guys have questions, we'd love to prioritize those and ask them first. So if you have anything you want to know from GE, please go ahead and put those in the chat and we will start asking those questions first. So the first question I had wrote down for you all, and kind of from the registration, if a student were to apply for GE Appliances, what types of jobs would they be working at the plant?
Phil, would you like to take that one?
Oh, yeah, sure. So thanks, Zach. So initially, when you first come in, the majority of our population come into the production roles, what we hire for the assembly lines. So you could be doing anything from what we call just like the assembly type jobs, driving screws, operating tools. You could be doing some sub-assembly type work where you're building up a part that's going to be fed to the assembly line. So those your typical day to day. But beyond that, a lot of people come in there in that route, and then they progress throughout the ranks like myself. They utilize our tuition reimbursement and things like that. And you can go into operations if you'd like to be a manager or something like that. But also we have a huge population of people who've actually progressed from the hourly operations into IT, if you're really into computer networking and stuff like that. Plenty of engineering jobs out here. We have tons of engineering potential. Marketing is huge here. I don't know if you all have seen our commercials lately, but there's a huge team that's focused on that. A lot of people that like to work with their hands, that really excel at this type of work. Maintenance might be a good fit for you if you're into the technical trades. A lot of people who are really like hands-on and really pay attention to detail, like to get into quality. So they look into like specs and what's good and what's bad and how stuff works. Safety is huge. A lot of people really want to get into that field just to provide, the environmental health of the business. Finance, robotics. I mean, it's endless. You can really do just about anything you want here at GE. But yeah, definitely starting on the floor, getting your foot in the door and getting a feel for the work is huge. Because once you do that and you kind of get in, the possibilities are endless. You can do just about anything here at GE.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And really just to emphasize that point that you might be starting at one particular spot, but then you can really upskill that and keep on progressing your career throughout your time at GE Appliances. That's fantastic. Yeah, on top of that, what would you say is the most important skills that students can bring into the workplace when they start?
I would say that the main thing is showing up ready to work. So it's a serious job, it's a career type job. But you don't need any actual technical skills to come here. A lot of people we get have come from kind of like restaurant jobs, or maybe they were a barista, or they worked at the grocery store and they wanted a new challenge. And we expect that. We encounter that a lot. We're ready. We're prepared for that with our training. We prepared each individual that comes through is paired with a team leader. So they go over what we call standardized work of how you perform the job and the steps and the training to be able to successfully do the job. So no actual skills are necessary other than just good work ethic, attitude that goes a long way.
I think that's important to, sorry, Zach, I think that's important to note as well, is the possibilities are endless for you, but it's all up to you. So you have to show up, present yourself as ready to work, ready to learn, ready to take on new assignments, and being on time. That's a huge thing for factory work, because the production line must start at a certain time and everybody has to be in their role for the line to start. So it's important, on time and time management and personal responsibility are key for any job that you're going to hear about with Everybody Counts or anywhere out in the job market.
It's very true. It looks like there is a question that came through from the students. So the question is from the Phoenix School of Discovery. Thank you guys for including your question. Are there any positions where we can work at our own pace?
There are some. Phil, I'll let you take that one real quickly. I think we only have about a minute.
Yeah, there's some that are more slower pace and less like as far as intensive assembly type operations. A lot of that's dependent on your background. What I would say is the majority of people who aren't familiar or used to this type of environment, we usually put them initially in a spot that is a little bit of a slower pace till they get a little bit more comfortable. So that's not uncommon at all. Most people would be surprised how well they perform at some of these jobs. A lot of times people are scared just by the huge, how big and intimidating the building is. And then once they get their hands on it and they realize they build their muscle memory, a lot of these jobs aren't that bad. It takes time, no matter what your background level is. A lot of people aren't accustomed to shooting screws all day. So once you build your muscle memory and you do that several times, you tend to get the hang of it.
And one last question that came through the chat from Doss High School. Do you need to work in assembly before moving to marketing, or is there different pathways there?
No, you absolutely do not have to start off in production. If you decide to go off to college and get a marketing degree, you can come work with us as a co-op, or as, if you're going into business or supply chain or engineering, you can come and work with us as a co-op in your junior year of college. We have development programs, or you can come after you graduate from college. So there are plenty of opportunities that don't stem from production. However, I will say that the best engineers, the best people that go into the business know that factory work. They've been there. They understand what the struggles are of the operators. They understand what it takes to put together parts, and what the needs are of the business. So it's a great foundation, no matter what you're planning to do in business or, in any field, manufacturing or not.
Well, thanks again to the GE Appliances team. This has been fantastic. If you all have any further questions for them, Tamara's information is in the chat, so please feel free to email her. Autumn, if you wouldn't mind pulling up that QR code one more time for any interested students, and then we will move on to our representatives from Ford. So thank you all again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Don't forget about the job fair on this Saturday.
Yep. Free Chick-fil-A.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
See you there, Zach.
Yes, I'll be there for sure. All right. So now after Autumn pulls up that QR code, we're going to move into our Q&A session from Ford and then play their video afterwards. So Carlos and team, are you all ready for the Q&A?
We are.
Perfect. And I think the video is turned off, so we can't see you guys just yet. And then if any students want to grab that QR code while we're getting the video set up, feel free to go ahead and grab it. Okay. All right, Autumn, if you want to unshare that. All right, well, while you guys are getting that video, I'm gonna go ahead and pop in that first question. So just kind of in general as well. So if a student came to work for Ford, what types of jobs and careers would be available to them?
Hey, Zach, I'll go ahead and I'll answer that question. This is Carlos. I'm the labor relations representative here at the Kentucky Truck Plant. I'm here with Terry Unseld. She's the labor representative from Louisville Assembly Plant. Here, let me go ahead and get our video started so you can get a look at us and our awesome background here.
All right, good morning.
Good morning. So the type of jobs that we have available right now are temporary full-time assembly positions. We also offer part-time. There's no experience necessary for these positions. It is assembly line work, and you will be working out on the line. The opportunities that come from it, we've had TFTs or temporary full-time employees who stay within their positions and progress through the years that become full-time in progression employees and move to different legacy rates within our classifications. Some move into skilled trades, others move into salaried positions. Some become process coaches. We've had some get promoted from temporary full-time to process coach to lead process coach, and now some are even superintendents. So the mobility is endless within the ranks here at Ford.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
that's for both KTP and LEP. They mirror the same process.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I think on top of that too, Carlos, one of the questions that we were asked on the student registration forms was asking if you can go into a little bit more detail on general info about career and benefits.
That's a great question. So our benefits, we offer a generous benefits package that includes healthcare coverage with no monthly premium. So you get free health insurance, PTO, holiday pay, life insurance coverage, annual tuition assistance up to $6,000 for our industrial readiness program. For those looking to get into the trades, Ford offers tremendous programs, apprenticeship programs for tool makers, electricians, and pipe fitters, and then some. We also have a 401k plan we call our test fee. That's our tax exempt savings plan for hourly employees with company match and vehicle discounts. So as you may hear, Ford has the A, X, and Z plans. As an employee of Ford, you are given privilege to these purchase plans for a vehicle. So for those of you graduating that will need your first car, that are looking to go, have plans to move away from Louisville at some point or to go commute to school and commute to work, we offer a program here internally for employees to get discounts on new vehicles.
Awesome. I think on top of the benefits question too, another question our students asked when they were registering was, does Ford pay for college? And if so, how does that work?
So we pay, again, $6,000 for our industrial readiness program. What that does, if you're interested in the trades, Ford will go ahead and pay your way through that program. We look internally first, and we also post positions externally, but we definitely look to promote within first before we look externally.
That's great. So kind of a personal question here for both of you guys. Tell us about your background at Ford and kind of your career path and how you got here.
Yeah, so I'll speak up first on that one. So I was actually a process coach here at KTP first in 16 and 17. I left the company for about 3 years in pursuit of my master's degree in HR. And once I graduated, I knew I wanted to get back in line with Ford. I came back to KTP as a labor rep, and then I recently transferred back in May of last year to Louisville Assembly Plant. So I've technically been with the company about 3.5 years. It's a great company. Otherwise, I wouldn't have came back. So nothing but positive things to say.
And going off that, I started my career in industrial and labor relations. I went to school and majored in that. Before coming to Ford, I had worked for the Walt Disney Company in their labor relations department and left that company, went to Chewy, and wanted to go back into that union environment. Ford has a long-standing history with great partnership with the UAW, and it's one of the first companies to recognize a union. And the long-standing labor relations history at Ford really attracted me to this position. So I applied online. I interviewed with my HR manager, my labor supervisor, and the salaried representative from HR. And within weeks, I was onboarded into the labor relations team here at Ford's largest assembly plant here in America.
That's great. I think I love too, just hearing that, this is a career you all find value in. There's opportunities to move up within it. You've been here for a while and you love staying here. So it's great to hear. Time for one last question. So just parting advice, if you all were in the shoes of our students who are tuning in live with us today, what advice would you give them as they're looking into their next steps?
And be cognizant of what you're getting into. In other words, understand that, these jobs, specifically at LAP, I can speak to, it is set up for 5 days a week, 8 hours, but on any given day, you may be there 9 hours, you may be there 9.5, 10 hours, depending on what the business demand is and what the need is. So with that being said, be prepared to, number one, be on time, but be prepared to spend a little bit more time in the plant because, in this day and age, especially in lieu of chips and part shortages, there are times where we go short, but there's also times where we have to make that up, right? So that being said, be prepared to, spend more time in the plant and be punctual.
And going off what Terry said as well, we are like a family here. And one of the great things about our plant and just both plants in general is the community that we have. Not only the community at Ford, but the community we have in Louisville. And one of the great feedback items that I get from former employees or returning employees is that they had a great time working here at Ford. They love their coworkers, they like their process coaches. So for those that are nervous or aren't really social or are just worried about an interview process, Ford doesn't have an interview process. So you can take that worry off. You just have to meet our qualifications. And also, if you want to bring your friends, bring your friends. We're more than glad. Have them apply, bring them on board. We're a very, very social, very active community here in Louisville. So don't be afraid to come in and not know anybody because you will make long-standing friendships here within the company.
That's great advice. I really value that. Well, thank you all for this great panel. For our students, now that you've heard a little bit more about what Ford does, we're going to watch a video to see what it looks like on the actual plant itself. So if you have any further questions for our Ford team, Carlos' contact information is in the chat. Feel free to reach out that way. And Autumn, if you want to go ahead and queue up that video. Thank you guys again. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, Steve, I think everyone gets it.
All right. Thank you for a great video. I know, Autumn, we go to the next slide that has the QR code. And Carlos, if you all have, I know you wanted to clarify one quick thing on the application there.
Yeah, so in other words, when they click on this QR code, it will dump them all into one rec or one bucket, so to speak. But if you guys or gals decide that you want plant specific, so in other words, if you know you want to be at KTP or you know you want to be at LAP, then you'd go to send us an email at laphires@ford.com or ktphires@ford.com so that it's plant specific.
Again, that is laphires@ford.com if you're interested in LAP, and ktphires@ford.com if you're interested in KTP. All your applications will go into one bucket. So technically you'll be applying for both plants, but if you have desired location, just send us an email to one of those email addresses we provided to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys again for all the great information. If you'll go to the next slide, I'll just go ahead and wrap things up. So I know a couple times today we've referenced the student guide. In case you've lost access to that, I'll go ahead and put that link in the chat again. So if you need anything from that student guide that has all the information about these great careers, go ahead and click that link in the chat for all the access there. On your screen now, you'll see all of the contact information for all of our employers and college partners on Everybody Counts. So if you need to reach out to anybody, please feel free to do so. And as one last reminder, we will be back here on Thursday at the same time using the registration link we put in the chat with UPS and Kroger. So if you're interested in those careers, please come back and tune back in. We're excited to have you all. On behalf of the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce Foundation, it's been a pleasure to host you all today, and I hope you all learned something new. Thanks, everyone.